All right, so today we are over in the Dongmen area, specifically Yongkang Street or Yongkang Jie. Now we just had a pretty good lunch, so we're pretty full and happy. What's the restaurant name? It's a pretty famous restaurant. Mark Wien's covered it too, so we figured there's no need to go into any kind of detail. But it was good, and we definitely recommend that restaurant if you're in the Dongmen area. It's a good representation of, you know, wide variety of Taiwan foods. We're gonna walk around this area and show you what it's like. We'll point out some pretty decent restaurants and stuff too, but overall Dongmen is known as, you know, more of a super touristy area, but now because of the pandemic there's not a lot of tourists here, so it's kind of overtaken by the locals, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, so this is the main drag. It's Yongkang Street. It has pretty much everything you need. It's got some cafes, it's got some pretty good restaurants. Din Tai Fung too is here. Recently this restaurant here got a Michelin Bib Gourmand nod, and funny enough that's actually where we had our first date, I think, right? Yeah. They have like buns and soup dumplings. It's kind of Din Tai Fung-esque too, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Same style.
Rice, noodle, xiaolongbao.
The rent in this area is pricey, so a lot of the restaurants will turn over. So this is a new one here. Haven't been there yet. So there's a lot of, I would call them craft stores maybe. So there is a lot of shopping that can be done. Clothing and crafts and handmade goods and things like that. Because this was very much a tourist street before, whereas now not so much. It's kind of interesting to see the evolution. And it's not to say the restaurants are not good. It's just that the locals don't come because it's too crowded. We'll head over on the side street over here. So if Yongkang runs this way and Din Tai Fung is over here, this street on this side has a lot of coffee shops. The standard, you know, Taipei lifestyle is to, you know, you have lunch and then you sit in a cafe in the afternoon. So everyone goes to cafes. So there's a ton of cafes here. Some pretty cool ones too.
This one is very cute.
Yeah, they'll say it has a lot of flavor, or we'll say character. Looks like there's a new hot pot restaurant too, a Mongolian hot pot. So yeah, all sorts of stuff. This sushi place is pretty good. They have sets for like 800 and 600 NT. So it's not bad considering it's kind of like a omakase or omakase style. It's kind of, you just let the chef give you what he feels is best. So we frequent this roaster family coffee pretty often before. Chairs are pretty comfortable, so if you want to bust out the laptops or something, it's not bad. And here's that sushi place. It's always pretty crowded. So now we're at the back of Yongkang Jie, so the south side. So we're gonna walk up to the north side, which is where Din Tai Fung and the MRT is. So this dessert place, Anita says, is pretty popular, but yeah, there's a big line, which is usually a good sign, but I've never been there, so I don't know.
I would like to try, but there are too many people in the line.
What do they have?
Douhua.
Oh, so it's like a little like silken tofu dessert, which is not really my thing, but she likes it.
I see Instagram and the picture, it looks really good. Maybe it's mainly for Instagram.
So there's a park in the center of Yongkang. Just nice to chill out, you know. After you've eaten, after you had some coffee and done some shopping, you can get a drink at the like a milk tea or refreshment around this area and sit at the park. And it's super crowded today. Look at that park. Actually, this place right here got a CNN review and they said it was, you know, really, really good, but I didn't think it was that great. I had it a while ago. But the more famous one is Yongkang beef noodles. All right, so we walked from Yongkang over to Lisui. I don't know the English, but this has the famous mango shaved ice dessert, which is super popular. There's also another location on Yongkang, but this is the bigger one. And then right over here is the place we had for lunch. So if you see that red sign, that's some good stuff. But it's not probably what you're expecting. So it's not like beef noodle soup or, you know, dumplings or things like that. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's like Taiwan family style stir-fry dishes, kind of. This place is actually pretty decent too. If you like dumplings and stuff, I had it a long time ago. It's pretty good. And not like the soup dumplings, like the pan-fried ones or the pan-seared ones and scallion pancakes and things like that. They do a pretty good version. And they have hot pot too.
There's no line.
Anita just said there's no line for the Yongkang beef noodles, probably because it's like a super tourist spot. That's it right there. The yellow sign, Yongkang beef noodle. Anita and I frequent this Yongkang Dongmen area a lot. And we just kind of fart around, you know, just eat and hang out and kind of waste away the day and relax. And then right next to the Dongmen exit or Yongkang area is the Da'an Park. So it's like this massive, they call it Da'an Forest Park. So that's pretty nice when the weather is okay outside. There's a scallion pancake stand on the corner here that's also pretty famous. It's on Yongkang-ji itself. So now we're crossing over to Yongkang Street. So that place has been on countless food channel reviews on YouTube. So there's some more shops. The ladies will like that stuff. It's kind of like an outdoor mall almost. There's a lot of shopping, has a lot of food. And you just kind of roam, there's a park, and you just spend half the day here pretty easily. Oh, is that one closed?
Yeah.
Wow, so there's a Din Tai Fung competitor right behind Din Tai Fung, but it looks like it's now closed down, so that's unfortunate. There's some huge line over there, we don't know what it's for. But Anita always likes to say that Taiwanese love to wait in line.
Yeah, we love it.
Whenever there's a line, it just gets longer. It's usually a good sign if you're, you know, trying to find something to eat, then a line is always a good sign. Most of the time. So now we're up at the front of Yongkang Street, and this is where Din Tai Fung is. Also, no line, which is nice. There's a lot of them, but this one's the original. I would recommend this one. Okay, so this is Xingyi Road right here. And then right here, this way is Yongkang Street. So this Xingyi Road is kind of the main drag of the red line. And it also goes to Taipei 101, which is in the background right there. You know, you can hit all this stuff. And then the park is right in between Taipei 101 and here. You just go along the red line and see everything. All right, we're gonna cruise down Yongkang Street again, and we'll probably go hit up a coffee shop, and we'll walk right by this Tainan style restaurant. So it's like Southern Taiwanese food. She likes it. It's pretty good. Actually, I think the versions in Tainan are way better, but if you're in Taipei, yeah. If you're in Taipei and you're missing like the Tainan style food, then that place will help curb the craving.
I want to see what they line up for.
Yeah, we're gonna see what they're lining up for too. Oh, I don't understand what's happening. It looks like they're lining up for Cosmed.
Maybe they have like a discount stuff. Because right now it's a discount season in Taiwan, so there are many like sales activity. The October, November, usually it depends on different department stores, shops.
Oh yeah, so this is the other mango ice location. It's a lot smaller though. So this is the drag right here. And then the park is right here. Hopefully I was able to give you guys like a layout of the area. So this is the majority of our day deciding what we're gonna do on the weekends. Welcome to couple life, guys.
I always like to plan, but Daniel doesn't like to plan.
Yeah, I do. I just don't like to plan my personal life. So that's it right there. You can tell by that giant brownish sign. It's right in there. So you'll get things like steamed rice dumplings, royuan, and fried shrimp rolls, and you know, things that are more specific to southern Taiwan regionally. All right, so now we've made kind of a loop, so we're back at that dessert place right there, famous one, and we're gonna walk down the street over here and hit up a coffee joint spot, cafe. One little tip about walking around in Taiwan and Asia in general is that you, Mr. Human Person, do not have the right of way. So they'll run you over or get very close to doing so. This Martinez coffee over here, they have civet cat coffee. Kopi luwak, that famous Indonesian one where the civet cat eats the coffee beans and then they poop it out. And then they ferment it and make coffee out of it. It's got a very interesting flavor. It's about $30 for a serving there, so it's not cheap. This is a spot we frequent as well. It's called Libero. It's one of the few cafes that actually has a patio, so it's pretty nice.